anything I just need people to know is just, man, make sure you go stream the shit out of Plus Ultra. Right now, it's on all platforms. Make sure you follow me at Dear Silas, that's DearSilas, on every platform. And stay tuned, I got more content on the way. And let's run those numbers up on Plus Ultra. The quicker we do that, the more new music we'll get. I would say, actually, like, the first record that happened is a record called Too Fine on there. And shout out to my homie Fly Walker, who also produced on my last project, The Last Cherry Blossom. He made Skirt Skirt. But yeah, he threw me the beat and I was listening to it and I was just having fun. I think I was at a point where I was like, man, I just want to make something that I can have fun with. I wanted to kind of, mix more of my personality into a record. And, that's kind of how Mr. Elroy was born, which is like the old guy on the record. But yeah, like I was, that was the first record. And I was thinking, like, after Mr. Elroy, which was crazy. I was in the studio. I was drinking. You probably shouldn't do that when you're in the studio. I don't know. But it happens sometimes, somebody took a shot or something or whatever. And I just had fun and he kind of came out. And I was like, damn, oh shit, this is Mr. Elroy's voice right here, he likes to come on Dear Silas' records every now and then and talk shit. And so I was like, damn, maybe I can go like a route with this character and kind of let him introduce the songs, because at the end of the day, he's a part of me. And that's kind of how it started, man. And it kind of trickled into everything else. And he actually, makes an appearance on the record with Big K.R.I.T, with I Got It, yeah, little buddy, I got it, he in there too. So I kind of wanted to incorporate him and Plus Ultra while I was making that project. It was basically about me just trying to, break my limits. This is a good record, but how can we make this record a great record? And now it's a great record. How can we make it a phenomenal record? And on and on, So I was just basically trying to like go beyond what I could possibly do, what was human nature possibly for me. So yeah. So as far as like the process of making a song and hopping in the studio, what works for me is just usually I just start out, man. I listen to the beat, and I like to think of myself as like an instrument in addition to everything that's going on. Like I don't really want to fight against the snare. I don't want to fight against the hi-hat or the kick, or the sub. I want to come in and complement, So I'm just a part of this ensemble, and so I also like really pride myself on my cadence and my delivery. So, sometimes I just go in and I might like mimic some drums, like when I'm trying to figure out, I usually try to figure out how I want to sound before I figure out what I'm going to say. So if the beat comes on, I might go in there, dick it down, dick it down, like I'll do that, for like 15 minutes sometimes, and I figured that I was like, yeah, I like how that sounds, that's really going to complement the sound that's already going on. And the words and stuff, that stuff is going to come easy, because, you are who you are and you know what you want to talk about, what you want to deliver to the people. But that's usually my process. And also one thing I'm really, really big on, I don't know if a lot of people are, but I don't like to have a lot of people in the studio with me. It's usually just me and the engineer, and I was really big on that when I first started my relationship with my guy Shell Ends. I kind of told him like, yeah, I'm not really typically the guy that have like, 30 dudes and, and 10 bitches and wings and Hennessy and shit. We can keep the Hennessy and the wings. That's cool. But I don't really like to have a party. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is cool. I'll go to somebody else's studio session. That's cool. But for me, I kind of feel like it'll mess with me creatively. Like I feel like if I got too much stuff surrounding me, I really won't be able to pull out, 110%, of my, abilities if I got too much stuff going on. So yeah, I try to keep it like very minimalistic. So as far as a memorable studio experience that I can that stand out to me, I didn't actually me and K.R.I.T didn't connect in the studio, which is a crazy story. We sent the record over to him and he sent the record back like within 24 hours, which was cool, because it was like a kind of roll the dice thing. Like, I hope you like this, but like he came back with it done, and we got to later on connect, via the video shoot and everything else. Very, very dope guy. But as far as, again, like I'm not really in the studio a lot with other people, but I will say, I know you mentioned my homie Aha flew out to Atlanta to record for his album. And, you know, I don't get a lot of experience while I'm like, you know, recording other people most of the time. But I will say, Aha probably challenged me more so than anybody I've ever recorded with. And like, I'm in there, I'm killing it, I'm one taking it, and you know, and I'm finna step out of the booth, and he's like, you got more, and I'm like, do I have more? I got more. All right, we put the headphones back on. I go in again. He's like, man, that's like 100 times better, but you got more, and I'm like, damn, okay, shit, you know. So I would say like that's probably the most memorable studio moment, because like he really, really, like, you know, he pulled the best out of me that day. And like when I can go back and listen to the record, I'm like thankful for that, you know. And I think I gained a lot from that, just going into my own recording sessions, you know, just making sure that I leave everything on the table when I make a record.